Bangkok, lady boys. Looks like a lady. In fact, it's a chap. It's a chap. Yo, what's up, G? Some homie's been dissing my bitch.
Hello, Alan.
God created Adam and Eve. He didn't create Adam and Steve. Ooh, I'd love to have it off with her. Hello, Camp David.
Hello, Alan.
It's a chap. Looks like a lady. It's a chap. Lady boys. It's a chap. Looks like a lady. It's a chap. Lady boys. You fill in the pond with concrete, you plough the family into the field, you blow up the tree and use the leaves to make a dress for your wife who's also your brother. Looks like a lady. It's a chap. Lady boys. It's a chap. Looks like a lady. It's a chap. Lady boys. It's a chap. Bangkok, lady boys. Looks like a lady. In fact, it's a chap. It's a chap. Yo, what's up, G? Some homie's been dissing my bitch.
Hello, Alan.
God created Adam and Eve. He didn't create Adam and Steve. Ooh, I'd love to have it off with her. Hello, Camp David.
Hello, Alan.
It's a chap. Looks like a lady. It's a chap. Lady boys. It's a chap. Looks like a lady.
Hello everyone, hopefully the sound is okay. It's probably fucking terrible. There's not much I can do really. Unfortunately my mic is blown up, so I've got to use the internal microphone. So you'll have to tell me if it's really bad or really good, you know. Right, anyway, we're here. So I've seen a lot of people. Obviously, this is just a bit of tongue-in-cheek. I'm just trying to bait you, pretty much. But this is actually quite a serious issue. I saw some people in the comments section, and they were saying. In fact, I think it was Unwashed. Unwashed said. What did you say, Unwashed? You said. Let me get you correctly. You said, oh no, it wasn't you. Edward Crowley said, sticking to the real important issues I see. Good for you boys. This is actually a very important issue. Because the reality is that we live in a world where social constructs are very important. I think I should probably, we'll leave this on. Social constructs are very important, you know. They define your reality. Currently, we live in a world like that in 2021 where a lot of children are getting a different type of jab. They're getting a fucking hormone therapy, or they're being pushed into a direction where they're no longer males or men, or they will no longer become women. They will become, you know, non-binary and stuff like that. So I think it's important to talk about. I'm also going to be watching a few videos where a lot of lefties talk on this issue. And it's important that we get the right idea on this, because I've heard a lot of people who have said things like, when they look at a person, when they see a biological male in a dress or transgender, they'll say that is a man. They'll say that's a man in a dress. No, it isn't a man in a dress. Does that mean it's a woman? Of course not. It's not a woman either. It's a transgender. It's a male who is suffering from gender dysphoria. That's what it is. That's descriptive. So before my fucking microphone blew up, I actually prepared a fucking speech on this. I actually prepared for once, you know, so I'll read what I've written. So, I'm sure everyone has thought at some time, is this real? But the important question is, what makes something real? Most of the time, the things we experience in this world are constructs that are either based on preference, ethics, taste, normative goals or values, or based on what we believe, what we ought to do. Sometimes our opinions are rational. For example, we may all have a moral opinion that's justified and rational, and sometimes they're not. For example, I have a preference for the taste of Kestrel Super Lager. There does not need to be a justification for why I prefer this taste of Kestrel Super Lager, and in comparison to other lagers of similar percentage, I just like it, simple as. And I may force my opinion on other people. This is an arbitrary value, an arbitrary sort of judgment. We have opinions about everything, and we experience the world through that lens. Social constructivism is a theory that knowledge and many aspects of the world around us are not real in and of themselves. They only exist because we give them reality through social agreement. Things like books and even money don't exist in the absence of human society. Books are just paper with scribbles on, and money is just pieces of paper and metal that have no value other than what we've assigned them to have value. The concept of the self can be considered a social construct too. Our identity is created by interactions with other people and our reactions to the expectations of our society. There are two threads of social constructivism, the weak and the strong. Weak social constructivism proposes that social constructs are dependent on brute facts. An example would be a triangle. A triangle is a geometric shape based on, you know, three sides. That is a brute fact of reality, which are the most basic and fundamental facts. Brute facts are different, kind of difficult to understand, because it's so strange to think about something that can't be explained by something else. An example would be the laws of logic or the laws of physics. So for example, take this computer screen that you're looking at right now. Your screen works because of changing voltages and bits of metal, which can be explained by movements of subatomic particles, which are made from quarks, so on and so forth. None of those are brute facts. The brute fact is what explains the quarks, and what explains the explanation of the quarks. The brute facts are separate from institutional facts, which are created by social conventions, and do rely on other facts. So for example, money depends on paper that we have given value. Strong social constructivism, on the other hand, states that the whole of reality is dependent on language, and the social habits that all knowledge is a social construct, and that there is no brute facts. So it would say that we created the idea of quarks, and everything we use to explain it. There are no facts that just exist. The main criticism, obviously, of social constructivism is that it doesn't consider the effect of natural phenomena on society. And at least for strong social constructivism, it even has a difficulty explaining those phenomena, because they don't depend on human speed or action. Strong social constructivism only explains reality through the thoughts of humans, not by using fundamental brute facts. And this is the point. So it's like, I want this video to be about gender, because this is a very important subject. A lot of people don't think it's important, but it's actually changing. Fuck off! I haven't been muted at all. You're a lying bastard. Real dick, you are. I fucking hate punish John Kelly, I do. Right. Jesus Christ. So anyway, this is a very important thing that affects our reality that we live in right now. A lot of people are... Sorry, this was supposed to be a professional video, but I'm actually suffering from the coof, believe it or not. So, there are aspects to gender that are based on brute facts. So an example would be, when we talk about sex. Now, sex is a brute fact, but then again, it's a social convention to divide human populations into male and female. But the problem with the left is that the left believe that this is purely an arbitrary thing. It's purely an arbitrary. They think it's purely arbitrary. Like there's no reason to divide the human population into male and female. But there is. Obviously, if you're a scientist or a doctor, or I can actually take fucking Unwashed. No, we'll keep it on for the sake of argument. You know, doctors will divide up their patients based on biological sex, like based on their organs, because that, you know, that's very useful to them. Now there are other aspects to, and this is why the left are kind of right in the sense of when they say that gender and sex are different. They kind of are different. Like, sex purely describes the biology of human beings, and we can categorize them into two different, into a binary, generally speaking. But obviously, some people who don't fit into that binary. Right, but gender describes something different. Like, gender does include. It can include sex, but it doesn't necessarily have to include sex. It can be based on whatever the fuck you feel like, because it's a social construct. We know this because if you look at the current world we live in now, like the world we live in now, people are inventing as many genders as you can fucking feel like, and there's nothing obligating. There's nothing well, there is a moral obligation, but I'm dying here. I'm fucking dying, guys. You know, there's nothing obligating you to ignore gender. You can't ignore gender if you want. You can invent as many genders as you feel like if you don't give a fuck about what's moral or what's good for your people. So, an example would be, let's look at Unwashed here, yeah? Let's say Unwashed was legitimate. Let's say he legitimately was a fucking male who likes dressing up as a woman, yeah? I'm not saying he is or not. I don't believe he is. I think this is just banter or whatever. But let's say he was being legitimate in what he believes. He was like, I want to be a woman, yeah? I want to be a woman. I want to have sex with men. Blah. Someone clip that shit. You can clip it if you want. Clip it, whatever. Yeah. Let's say he was being legitimate in that belief he had. Now, oh, fucking hell. Let's say he was being legitimate. What was I going to say? Let's say he was being legitimate. Now, would it be accurate to describe that this person as a man? It wouldn't be accurate to describe them as a man. Because when we think of what a man is a biological male who dresses a certain way. He doesn't wear dresses. He doesn't have sex with men. Yeah? And he behaves in a certain way. Yeah? It's like woman. When we're talking about woman, we're not necessarily just talking about biology. Woman includes the way that a biological female dresses, her role in society, how she behaves, her mannerisms, the type of hair she has, what she's expected to do in society. So when a biological male legitimately believes that they ought to be a woman, it would be inaccurate to call them a man. It would be more descriptive and fair to call them a biological male that is suffering from gender dysphoria. That would be an accurate way of describing them. And that's sort of my position on this. Now, how gender is constructed in society is dependent on a lot of different factors, isn't it really? It's really dependent on what your society values, what your goals of your society are, what your economic system is, what the material conditions are, what the fucking morality or religion of your people are. There's so many different factors that will decide how the different sexes will, or how people of different sexes will be, what their roles will be in society, and how they will dress and behave and whatever. Biology is obviously an influential factor in this, but it's not everything, you know. Now, the current society we live in now is highly hedonistic, highly liberal and individualistic, and this society doesn't put any gender roles onto human beings, be they male or female. And the reason for that is because we're not a collective anymore. You're easily replaceable. I'm fucking dying, man. I'm fucking dying, bro. Fuck me. You know? Oh my god, I'm fucking dying. Jesus. So an example would be, it's like, I'm a socialist, yeah? I believe that the workers should own the means of production, right? And because I recognise that, yeah? And I recognise that if we ever have a national socialist state in England, it's going to be necessary that we can defend our nation, yeah? War is always something that exists, yeah? War is always, it's always there. That's why, as a biological male, yeah, you are expected to be prepared for war. And the reason for that is because you're easily replaceable as a male. If you're a male, a biological male, sounds like you've taken the jab. No, I haven't taken the jab. So as a biological male, you are expendable. The reason why you're expendable is because you have sperm. Your sperm is expendable, easily replaceable. A biological female is more valuable to society. Do you smoke rollie out of a gear and a bus ticket? No, I'm just fucking ill as fuck, man. I'm ill as fuck. So if you've got war, yeah, men are expendable because we can easily replace sperm, yeah. One man, perhaps a couple of men, could easily populate the nation again. Oh, fuck, you know, I'm fucking dying, bro. Yeah? You're easily expendable. That's why, as a biological male, you're expected to be prepared for military combat, i.e. putting your fucking body on the line to defend the females. Yeah? And as a result of that, you will have to behave in a certain way. You will have to be physically fit. You will have to be preparing yourself for the possibility of combat. Being useful to everyone. Yeah? If you're a biological female, you only have a certain amount of eggs, and once you're pregnant, you know, you've got one child for 9 months. You're more valuable, that's the point. That's why our society has constructed the gender roles of woman and man, i.e. that males and females have been expected, yeah, for the safety of the nation, yeah, to behave in a certain way. And that's an optimal way of behaving. I don't sound well. I'm not well at all. Yeah? That's why whenever I'm dealing with people who call themselves biological males who say they want to become a woman, I say to them, you can't become a woman, because as a biological male, it's necessary, yeah, it's necessary for the security of our fucking nation, our socialist nation, or England, if you just want to call it England, yeah, that you are ready for armed fucking combat, and you need to do your bit for the nation. The collective trumps the individual, yeah? I want to watch a fucking I'm fucked, I am hell. Really fucking hell, Jesus. Oh, fucking hell, bro. Now, there's nothing stopping you, yeah? There's nothing stopping you constructing gender however you feel like, yeah? If you really don't give a fuck about your nation, yeah? If you have a group of elites that run, who are above you in the top of the hierarchy, and they don't give a fuck about your nation, yeah, or your collective or whatever, then they don't need to give gender roles because you're easily replaceable. That's why we have transgenderism and shit like that. Spanky the Tanky. Who's Spanky the Tanky? It's a good name, that is. In fact, let's watch another. I'm sick of looking at your face unwashed. No offense, mate. And get some sleep. I'm not gonna get sleep. I'm ill. I've already started the stream, so we're fucking doing it now. So it's already been decided, pal. Where are we? Who shall we watch? We'll watch Vaush again. Fucking hate
That number of people.
I fucking hate this bullshit. Right, we'll watch Vaush. See what it does.
Okay, so let's talk about this whole notion that you have that trans women are women. Let's start there.
Okay, yeah, sure. All right, I can tell that this is going to be an extremely...
Right, so my thoughts on this is that trans women are not really women. In fact, I don't like to say that they're trans women. I like to say that they are males suffering from gender dysphoria. That's what I believe they are, males with gender dysphoria. And there's a reason for that. Like I've said, man and woman are clearly defined social roles, social gender roles. A man is a biological male who is prepared for armed conflict, is the provider, is expected to behave in a certain way, in a masculine way. What do we mean by masculine? Masculine, we mean, like I've said, somebody who can be practically useful to the community, put his life on the line for his community, do the hard graft pretty much, be the hunter, be the provider. The feminine role, which we would call woman, which is a biological female, is expected to be a mother, a teacher for children, to look after children while the man is fighting or whatever. And both of these roles are in harmony with each other. Anyone else outside of that binary, I struggle to believe that they offer anything of practical use to the community. If you have a male who is suffering from gender dysphoria, i.e. they believe they ought to be a woman, that's a highly individualistic sort of trait, and it sort of goes against the nation. If you are a male and you want the role of being a woman, yeah, you can't produce children, you can't have children, you can't look after children, and it would be a better use if you could fit into the role of being a man, where you can put your life on the line, you can be practically useful to your community. So it doesn't offer any practical use to us in any way. Like I've said, if we had a war, shit hits the fan, yeah? Let's be real here, if we're nationalists, yeah? The entire planet's at war with us, yeah? You live in a world where there's many different tribes of people trying to take your shit away from you. These people exist, you got Muslims, you got Jewish people, you've got capitalists, you've got fucking so many different types of people that want to take your shit away from your women, from your children, from your nation. They want you fucking dead. All over the world there are people who want England dead right now. Yeah, they want the country gone. Yeah? So as a biological male, because you're expendable, yeah, you don't have eggs inside of you, Yeah? You have sperm that's easily replaceable. It's your job to do the dangerous shit. To do the fucking dangerous shit. Yeah? If you're a female, you do the less dangerous shit. You do the nurturing. You do the nurturing of children. That's what you do. You do the nurturing of children and the vulnerable. I'm fucking dying. Yeah? I'm fucking dying here. Oh my god! Yeah, Dugan. Where's my cough drops, Dugan? Jesus. So no, a male who's suffering from gender dysphoria is not a woman. A male who's suffering from gender dysphoria is a male who's suffering from gender dysphoria. That's what they are. They don't serve a function in society. They have no practical use for us in any way. It doesn't benefit the collective. It doesn't benefit socialists. It doesn't benefit nationalists. In fact, I argue that it only benefits the bourgeoisie. It only benefits the capitalists. It only benefits Satan. It doesn't benefit us in any way. Yeah, Big Pharma loves it. Maybelline loves it. The makeup industry loves it. It doesn't benefit us. And in fact, by allowing biological males to become women, yeah, they're taking the easy way out. The easy way out.
Productive conversation. Okay, why don't you think trans women are women?
Well, why would I think that trans women are women?
Well, women is a completely subjective categorization. Like all language is developed by humans. So, what mutually
No, that is true. He is right in the sense that women is subjective. Yeah. When I talk about women, yeah, as a Westerner, as a European, the identity of woman has been constructed in a different way than other places on the planet. There are places on the planet, yeah, where the woman is the hunter, yeah, and she does other roles and she does other shit. There are in fact certain tribes where you have millions of different genders, yeah. But Western civilization, Europe, England, yeah, specifically England, the place that invented science, yeah, probably the greatest nation on the planet in regards to technology, yeah. It became great because it had these rigid gender roles, yeah. So when this man is asking Vaush, he's saying, Vaush, why should we include them in it? He's like, oh, it's just subjects. Like, no, fuck that. You have to give me a reason. What's the benefit? What is the benefit to us as Englishmen to include males who suffer from transgender dysphoria as women? Why should we put them in that category? What is the benefit?
exclusive categorizations preclude trans women from being women, do you think?
Well, they're the opposite of women, really. So I really just want to say that the notion that you can modify the English language or language in general, because I'm sure this is in every language, but, you know, the language in general, human language, to infer an opposite definition towards something is just, it's insanity, really, Voss.
Don't we all amend the language all the time? Isn't that what language is? I mean, we didn't like discover language. We kind of developed it organically over thousands of years.
Sure, and I know one of your favorite things to say is that gender is a social construct, right?
Yeah, that's a very defensible argument, yeah. Sex
Sure.
is, too.
So yes, gender and sex are social constructs, but we constructed them in a way that would benefit our people and put us into a position of strength. Like, we constructed sex so we could understand human beings properly. Yeah? When the first scientists were looking at Homo sapiens or human beings, yeah? When scientists were looking at human beings, they needed a way of dealing with different types of human beings, didn't they? And one way that they had that categorization of male and female, that benefited us. That benefited us, didn't it? It benefited science, it benefited biology, it benefited doctors. Yeah? It did benefit doctors. Like if you're a doctor right now, if you just imagine you're in a hospital and you've got a patient who's got breasts and lacks a penis and has a vagina, it makes sense that you would treat them differently than another person who's got a penis and testicles as well. Now, the categorization or the social construct of sex, yeah, is a social construct, but it's constructed because it tells us a lot about human beings, yeah, and it's certain. Why is it doing F? Oh, it's back now. Back now. Oh, we're back. We're back. Not sure what happened then. It's like Frithwolf said. Frithwolf said, a boy became a girl at 7 years old in my child's class. It's just accepted by everyone, which is obviously crazy. You know. Now, it's it's like I've said, gender is a social construct. It is. To be true, we know it's a social construct because they're constructing it differently in the society we live in now. Frithwolf has said that a biological male, but a boy, they've decided to accept him as a girl now. Is that good for our nation? No, it's not good for our nation. Not at all. In no way is that good for our nation. Like I said, if we had a war right now, well actually, let's say we had a war in 20 years time. Yeah, 20 years time we had a war. Where are all the soldiers going to come from if the majority of the boys are wearing dresses and acting feminine? What is that little lad going to do when a war comes in? It's like, we've got a war, we need males who are going to fight. And like I say, why do we need males? Fucking hell. We need males who can fight because, simply put, sperm is expendable, like I've said. Eggs isn't. Eggs aren't. If you send all the females into war, then who's going to be there to repopulate the nation when soldiers die? Or to create workers? Because that's what females do. This is what females do in society, okay? If you're a fucking female with a vagina and fucking ovaries and whatever, right? You create people. You create people that keep the nation going. You create soldiers, you create workers, you create scientists. If you're a male, right, you also do a bit of that with the sperm or whatever. But you're going to be the one who puts your arse on the line. Shit, it's the fun. You're going to be doing the fighting. You're going to be doing the dangerous shit. You're going to be one pissing around with a machine and getting your arm cut off because you're less valuable. Sorry, that's the way it is. That's how the way Western civilization's been built up. Yeah? For the benefit of the fucking nation, that's what we have to fucking do. And if little fucking Johnny, was just told he's allowed to become fucking Susan at 6 years old, by the time he's fucking 20, what the fuck does he do in a war? Because he can't have babies. Can't have babies, can he? Because he's got no fucking eggs. Yeah, he's got no fucking eggs, so he can't have babies. So we're in a war situation. It's like, hey up, Susan. It's like, how you doing, Susan? It's like, I'm alright. It's like, we're in a fucking war now with China. Yeah? And, we need people to have babies so that we can have people working in the factories and shit. And we also need people going out there and getting murdered and murdering people. What the fuck are you gonna do? And little fucking Susan, who's wearing a fucking dress and is feminine, and has spent their entire fucking childhood and 20s be LARPing as a fucking woman, yeah, is going to be practically fucking useless. You know what I mean? It's going to be practically fucking useless. And we're supposed to accept that. We're supposed to allow that to happen. It's like, fuck that. It's like, there's no fucking cheat codes. There's no cheat codes. If you want an optimal civilization, be it fucking socialist or nationalist, because I'm talking to you communists, yeah? I'm fucking talking to you right now. Yeah? Interested in a safety cage for those baby makers you got there, eh? Exactly, we're going to need Brutuses. This is what gender roles are about, motherfucker. They're real. It is all based on if you want to fucking survive as a nation. If you don't want to survive as a nation, do whatever the fuck you feel like. If you want to support a system that doesn't give a fuck about you at all, yeah, then support all this bullshit. Go for it. Invent 20 genders. Fuck it, may as well. I mean, to be honest, I am sort of messing with the idea that maybe we should have more genders, but based genders. Let me fucking explain. Right, so maybe we should get rid of man and woman. Maybe we should have Chad. Yeah, so you got Chad. That's me, obviously. Yeah, I'm fucking Chad. Yeah, I'm Chad. Then you got Cook. Yeah, Cook. So you got Chad, Cook, Nerd, Nanked. Yeah, this is all on the male side. On the male side, you got Chad, Cook, Loser, Nanked, Mark Collette. That's your spectrum. Yeah, you either fall into those categories. Yeah, you're either a Chad, a Cook, a fucking based lad, or a Mark Collette. What are you? And on the women's side, you've got, I don't know, Tradfot, whatever. Maybe we can have loads of genders. You know what? You know, we can make our own genders. It's like when they say gender's on a spectrum. It's like, yeah, kind of right, to be honest. Gender is on a spectrum. I just don't agree with including you on that spectrum. Like, yeah, breedable and butterface. Yeah, breedable and butterface. She's breedable. She's a breedable. She's a breeder. You know, and then all these males with transgender disorder. Fuck's sake, with gender dysphoria. Yeah, gender dysphoria people. We could just call them monster. John Tomboy crackhead. Yeah, land whale. Yeah, you're a fucking lamb whale. So it makes more sense, to be honest. I'm in favour of this postmodernism now, to be honest. I am a little bit. I think we should invent our new genders, to be honest. Man and woman isn't good enough, is it really? You need more than that. You do need more than that. It's just that I'm not... It's just that we're not socially constructing gender around your fucking bullshit gender, Vouch. We're constructing it around nationalism, yeah, and socialism, and fucking stoicism. That's what we're fucking doing, yeah? You can keep your bullshit spectrum. Chuck the fucking beta spectrum. We've got Chad spectrum. We've got tomboy, crackhead, EFOT. Yeah? We've got fucking loads of different genders we have. So that's what we're doing from now on. People say, what gender are you? I'm a fucking Chad. That's my gender. You go up to women and say, well, you're an EFOT. So they don't fucking insult me. It's like, that's your fucking gender. You're a fucking EFOT. You're a slag. You're a slag gender. Yeah, sexy as fuck, but mentally nuthouse escapee gender. Yeah, that one, that's a real one. Gender's on a spectrum. There's all different types of females. And as a result of that, we should designate them different fucking genders and different roles in society. You know what I mean? If you're a breeder, it's clear what you're gonna fucking do, innit? It's like she's a fucking breeder. I don't believe that people should pick their fucking gender. I don't believe that at all. I think that, you know what I mean? It's like, if some, apart from me, obviously, you know, I am Chad, yeah? I'm a fucking Chad, yeah? I believe society, in fact, fuck it, yeah? I think we should have, yeah, slag gender. Slag gender is a real gender. It's like, you're a slag, that's your gender. It's like, well, what do I do in society? No, actually. Well, I'd say to slag gender, I'd say, well, you're a slag, aren't you? You're not a woman, yeah? To be a woman or to be a breeder, you've got to improve yourself. Just like, and this applies now, it's like, you know, you got a lot of people who say, I'm a man. And it's like, you're not a fucking man, you're not a man, mate, you're a fucking boy. You're wearing a fucking dress. You got fucking Unwashed, dressing up like a fucking bird, lives with his mum and dad still. He ain't a fucking man. He's a fucking man kid, a nan kid. Got Royal Oak's a nan kid. Mark Collette's a nan kid. They're not men, yeah? To be a man means something else. To be a man, it doesn't just mean that you're a biological male. It means, yeah, gender, I'm gonna gender assign all of you. People come into my office. Do you want gender reassignment? I'll give you fucking gender, I'll give you a gender reassignment, yeah? Do you want gender reassignment? Hit the fucking treadmill, you fat fuck. Yeah, it sounds healthy. Yeah, at the end of the day, right, gender, yeah, it is on a spectrum. And to be honest, this binary of man and woman's not good enough. But not for the same reasons as Vaush is talking about. Like, Vaush is just like, oh yeah, we should just include everyone. We'll include fucking Z and Zer and all that bollocks. Like, all those people are mentally unwell people. That's the mentally unwell people. And they're real people. Don't get me wrong, they're real people. It's just that it's not good. It's not good. Let's see what he's got to say anyway.
No, sex is absolutely a social construct. Age is a social construct. Race is a social construct. Units of time, minutes, hours, seconds is all a social construct. Everything that we view and see in the universe and we put through communication to.
Carol's in the chat. Carol Perrett has said, what is this? Why am I here? What is your gender, Carol? Tell us your gender. And we'll tell you if that's your gender. We'll be the judge of your fucking gender. Am I right, guys? Because we've got a new gender spectrum. We've got a new gender spectrum. In fact, fuck it, let's just do it right now. I'll make my own gender spectrum right now. I'll get MS Paint up and I'll do it. Watch. Right, where's Paint? Drawing. Okay. Right, let's do this. Let's make my own gender spectrum. Yeah, this is my gender spectrum. Can you see it? Right, so this is my gender spectrum. Okay, I've never used this program before. I don't know how to use it. We'll do that, and then we'll have. We'll have. Oh, fuck. Fuck off. Chad, and then we'll have. Chad. How am I going to do this? What the fuck have I joined? What's the best possible female? Is that breeder? Fittest foot breeder? No, hold on, man. What's the best? Yo, in the chat, what would be? Yeah, Nan Kid. Where's Nan Kid? Nan Kid's near here, isn't it? So we'll put Nan Kid. Nan Kid. ugly bitch. Oh fuck! I fucked it already. Kazar milkers, yeah. Kazar. Oh no, start again. Whatever. New image. New blank image. We'll just do this. So we'll have like that. And then we'll have do that, and then that, and then we'll have. I'm like a child, I am. This is like a child's drawing. I'm not a child, okay? Fittest foot breeder, yeah, that's the best one, isn't it? So we got that, and then we'll have that, and then so this one's I'll do it there. Chad. Right, so we'll have so we've got fittest foot breeder, Chad. Where's Nankid gonna be? Where do you reckon? Yeah, I don't know, man. In fact, I don't know, man. We'll have people who are going camp. Yeah, okay. Don't know about that. Right, I'm going to create a new box. So we'll have it here. So we've got Chad. Where's it gone? Oh, that was wank. So we'll have their fitters. Fuck. Read. Sit there, then we'll have shit, wrong one, no. So now I'm having just as a box, no, not a box. I'll just do this here, we'll have so here I'll put so this is people who are going gulag. So this is all the people who are going gulag. And in here we've got what the fuck? No. There, people who are going gulag. So here we'll have Nankid, Cock, fuck off, no. Land whale, Nankid, cock, land whale, ugly women, ugly tart, slag. EFOT, yeah. And there we go, there's gender. That's the gender spectrum. So my gender spectrum is Chad, fittest foot breeder, people who are going gulag. Now, the people who are going gulag, that's all over the place. So in the people who are going gulag gender, that's Nankid, slag, land whale, cock, EFOT, ugly tart, people with gender dysphoria. So that's a new gender. So this new gender is called people who are going gulag. That's that gender. We've got Chad and Fit as Fuck Breeder. And we've got, in fact, we'll have a couple more. We'll have woman. We'll have woman there, and we'll have man. Okay, so this is my gender spectrum. Okay, this is my gender spectrum. Yeah. Oh, there's a couple or more. Right, this is my gender spectrum. Okay, let me just go through it with you. Okay. Right, so this is my gender spectrum. Right, okay, I'll go through it with you. How do I zoom? Can we zoom? How do I zoom? Zoom. I'll zoom in. What did it say then? It said tools, view, zoom, control minus. Is that? Okay. Oh, okay. Control minus. Fuck off. Right. Okay. So we'll go to. Right. So this is my gender spectrum. Okay. Do you like it? Is it good? Okay. Yeah, that'll do. This will do. Right, so, okay, so this is the new gender spectrum, okay? This is the right-wing nationalist gender spectrum, okay? So we've got Chad. Yeah, Chad. So Chad is the ultimate man, right? He's the ultimate man. He's the optimal human being. He's following the Aristotelian golden mean. He's fucking spiritually shit hot, physically shit hot, intellectually shit hot. He is the fucking Ubermensch, yeah? That's the Uber. He's not just a man. He's not just a bloke with a dick, yeah? He's more than that, yeah? The normal man is just a normal functioning man. He can do everything. He can do everything, but he isn't shit hot at everything, okay? On the opposite side, we got Fit as Fuck Breeder. Like your Fit as Fuck Breeder, she's a fucking 10 out of 10. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Intelligent, virtuous. She can make a good Sunday roast. She's fucking amazing. Yeah, this bitch is amazing. Yeah, Fit as Fuck Breeder. Then we got woman. That's just a normal woman, okay? And then we've got the third gender. Now the third gender is people who are going to Gulag. These are people who don't fit in to the four accepted genders, okay? These are the four accepted. The four accepted genders are Chad, man, woman, Fit as Fuck Breeder. Everything else goes into the camp section pretty much. Like once you've been assigned camp, you're going fucking camp. So that's my gender spectrum. What do you think of my gender spectrum, guys? Do you think we should implement it? I do. I think we should implement it. And in this, people going to Gulag, we've got Nankid, Mark Collette, Cook, Efot, Ugly Tart, Slag, Land Whale, people with gender dysphoria, brown people, people with little hats. There we go. What else we got? Americans, yeah, Americans. There we go. Oh yeah, nonces as well, yeah, nonces, nonces. Top cut. So this is my gender spectrum, okay? This is my gender spectrum. Top cut, yeah. Kumas, yeah, Kumas, yeah. Kumas. That's a gender. Gay lords, yeah, gay lords, yeah. Gay lords. Look at me, I'm a fuck Turkish waiters. I don't know. So this is my gender spectrum. Yeah? Yeah, self-hating white people. Actually, soy boy. Hold on a minute. Yeah, soy boys. Yeah, soy boys. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna be a bit controversial. Get Nigerian princesses. Yeah, taller. That includes in brown people, though, innit? In fact, I'm gonna finish this off. I need because I'm very proud of this. I am. This is I'm very proud of my work today. I think I've done pretty well, haven't I? I've been very productive today. Yeah, gender dysphoria. Yeah. French. Yeah. Yeah, this is what you teach people. And based on all of these genders will determine what your role in society is. So what are these roles in society? So oh shit, no, actually I've got more roles. Fucking hell, forgot. Got more. Fucking hell. Yeah, okay. Autistic elites. So that's autistic elites. What else? So we've got based on all of these, you've got different roles. Okay, so the Chad, he is the leader of civilization. Usually, like his role in society is to be the leader of men, to be a leader of industry, to be stuff like that, yeah. Then we've got the autistic elites. Their jobs are to just figure shit out all day. Just go to sleep and just learn and shit. Man, just work around. These people, re-education centres. It's just a normal woman, teacher and all bollocks like that. Fit as fuck breeder. She's alright. Oh yeah, tomboy. Oh fuck on. Need my lines. Yeah, there we go. What else have we got? Oh, nerds. Hold on. Okay. Right, so we've got all of this shit now. This is my gender spectrum. Based on this spectrum will determine what the roles of each individual are. How they should dress, how they should behave. Yeah, it's all pretty fucking simple really. This is to sort of... Yeah, so this is to sort of determine, based on where you are categorized, where you will what you will do in society, pretty much, where you will be in the hierarchy, how you will dress, how people will talk to you, how people will pronounce your name, how they will, judge you, things like that. Hierarchy. This is the real patriarchy. This is postmodern patriarchy. Postmodern patriarchy, yeah? Yeah, no one's done this before. No one has ever done a postmodern fucking gender spectrum. This is... We've fucking done it, lads. We've fucking actually done it, right? We've actually gone full fucking horseshoe theory. Full horseshoe theory. And we've fucking made a right-wing gender spectrum. And it's fucking happened. And I'm full... I know this is my idea, but I'm fully on board with it. This is fucking meant. What will all their pronouns be? Okay. Yeah, let's do the pronouns as well. We'll put pronouns down here. So, pronouns for Chad will be... What do you reckon the pronoun for Chad will be? Che. Che. Re... no, not re. Yeah, re for autistic. Then Mr. Yeah, I don't know. So we've got... I've just put cheer. I've put cheer for Chad, but someone else said... fuck. How do I get rid of this now? Fuck. I'll do that. That's what I'll do. Fuck off. I fucked it, Anna. Oh, kiss my arse. I don't know how to use this. Right, zoom in a bit. Okay, I'll zoom in a bit. Okay. So we'll have... Yeah, okay, we'll do it this way. We'll do it this way. So... His Lordship. Oh, it's in white, dickhead. His Lordship. So Chad is called his Lordship. Autistic Elite, they're called Re. Man is called Mr. Nerds with useful skills are called... What are they called? What are nerds called with... I don't know, what are nerds with useful skills called? Yeah, I don't know. Fucking, just call them nerd. Just fucking nerd. Just a nerd. These are called it / monster / untermensch. So we've got neck beards. It, monster, untermensch, attractive tomboys. I don't know, what do you call them? Thing as well, you can have thing as well. Thing. Fit as fuck breeders are called. Women are called Mrs. Attractive tomboys are called, I don't know, you'll have to help me out. Mates. They're called mate. Mate. So we've got hot. Yeah, so there we go. This is the right-wing gender spectrum, okay? Get used to it. This is what we're doing, guys. We fucking done. Yeah, we've done it. We fucking did it, lads. We actually fucking did it. Are you listening? Are you listening, fucking Derrida? Are you fucking listening, Foucault? Are you listening, Vaush? We fucking did it. Yeah, we agree. We agree with you. Gender's on a spectrum. This is the fucking spectrum, okay? This is the real spectrum. This is the fucking actual spectrum. Yeah? Oh yeah. Class traitor. Anyway, back to the video. Fucking hell, what am I doing? Anyway, where were we?
To each other to come to an understanding is a social construct. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, by your definition of social construct, then me being a 49-year-old white male who's 250 pounds, I could define myself or identify tomorrow as a 150-pound, 73-year-old Asian woman, and there's nothing you can really say about it.
I could say some things about it.
Well, you would have to agree that I'm able to do that, and that society should bend its knee to my choice to identify as such.
I would not say that.
And
do you think there's a difference between one's weight and one's gender in terms of the extent to which it conforms to social expectation?
But social expectation is a social construct. So what you're going in circles here.
Well, everything is a social construct, but not all social constructs are matters of identity. For example, the criteria that we use to arrive at our understanding of mass and how we weigh things, that is affected by social norms. However, within the context of those social norms, mass is empirical. It can be empirically determined. Whereas gender, which is more of a set of roles and expectations, is very much a subjective experiential thing. So it's both a social construct and a matter of identity, which is what distinguishes it from, say, you identifying as an attack helicopter.
Well, you could. So you're saying, let me see if I understand your argument right. You're saying that I can change my gender at will. I can be whatever I want to be. And along with, of course, society has to accept everything that I say, even though I'm probably making up stuff along the way. But let's just say, tomorrow, I want to be a Zephyr. Is that one of the genders out there, Voss? Zephyr, am I saying that right? I think I read that somewhere. A Zephyr.
If you mean like some kind of non-binary? If you said you were non-binary and told it to me, then I'd respect that.
It was one of the words I saw on a gender chart of like, I don't know, 98 different genders. I thought it was Zephyr. I could be misremembering that. Anyhow, I wake up tomorrow, I decide I want to be something I'm not.
Actually, that's a good point. How many genders have we got? Let's have a look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I've got 25 genders. See, I've got 25 genders, Vaush. I don't believe in 98. There's 25 genders. Nothing else is real. You're making shit up, Morrows. There's 25 genders. I'm making 25.
And I just say, I expect the world to accept this as it is.
Well, tell me how you would tell the people around you.
Just the same way a doctor does when a baby's born.
So you would say, like, hey, I would be preferred to refer to as...
When babies... No, when babies are born, a doctor picks up the baby and identifies the sex of the baby.
Yeah, sure. So
right?
for you, you would walk around to your coworkers or something, and you would say, "Hey, I no longer identify as a man. I identify as a Zephyr. My pronouns are Zer, and I would appreciate it if you were respectful of that moving forward." Like that's what you would do.
Well, no, I would never do that because that's ridiculous. But
Well, if you
some
did do
people,
that, I'd respect it.
well, what would you do if I said to you, I was a woman, I expect to be treated as a woman, and I want all the benefits that society has put in place designed specifically for women.
Sure,
As a
like
matter
what?
of fact, I want to go and
See, here's the thing, right? It's just, all joking aside, it's like, it all depends by what kind of society you want. If you want a liberal society like Vaush, then his gender spectrum makes sense, to be honest. Like, just pick wherever the fuck you want. But if you want a successful socialist nation like me, or a successful nationalist nation, then human beings based on their sex and their character, well, their sex, will have to fall into different types of roles for that nation or that society to succeed. We are limited by the laws of nature. We are limited by laws of nature. It's like, if you want to, if you're a human being and you want to be successful and you want to win in a fucking armed conflict, you have to behave in a certain way. You are limited by the laws of physics, the laws of warfare, the laws of logic, the laws of morality. If you want to be a successful human being or a successful male, you do have to behave in a certain way. It's not a fucking choice. You do. You don't get to decide how you're going to behave, But it's all based on what you want to do. If you want a society that's liberal as fuck, then go with Vouch. If you want a based socialist society, then you go along with this gender spectrum. Yeah, that's it. It's all done now.
I want to apply for a business grant that was put in place to assist women to start businesses because they don't necessarily have the same advantages as men do in our society. So there's this hypothetical business grant, and I'm going to apply for it, and I should get it. And you say I should get that grant.
Well, if I was a member of the government who was in the position to deliver that grant, I would say that you have to go through the legal process of having your gender changed, like on your certificate. And after that, yeah, you could get that grant.
I mean, how stupid is that? That's really fucking stupid. Because the whole point of that grant is supposed to be for a certain group of the population that are biologically female, and because they are biologically female and they live a certain gender role in society, and they have a different lived experience than fucking transgender people or someone who's been raised as a biological male, it's unfair to sort of give them that grant. Like, if you've lived fucking 30 years of your life as a biological male, you don't have the same lived experience as a biological female who's been, living their life as a woman. You don't have that. This is so bollocks, this is. I fucking hate lefties, they piss me off.
Whoa. That's very discriminatory, boss. So I can't just identify as a woman. Now I have to do something?
Well, when it comes to receiving government
benefits...
benefits...
You're saying if I identify as a woman, you're saying I'm not a woman. You're saying I don't qualify, Vosh?
No. I'm saying that in order for you to receive government benefits, you need to certify whatever criteria or demographic it is that you're trying to get benefits for. So I, as an individual, would immediately respect your change.
I'm a woman.
Someone's asked, what gender are you, Hobbit? Hobbit is here, autistic elite. He is in the autistic elite, and his pronouns are re. That's what he is there, autistic elite, re. That's what he is. Okay.
So I would immediately respect your change in preference. However, the state would need some prolonged length of time or a certification process in order to be willing to do the same because, well, that's just kind of how the government works. I mean, it's the same way with anything, right? You can't just get any kind of license. You have to go through a process to certify that you need it. But that's not just a gender thing. That's everything.
Oh, okay. So, but let's say I never take the steps, whatever those imaginary steps you're making up, because I don't think you really know what those steps are, do you?
No, yeah, you would
You're
have to
just
get your
saying
gender changed.
hypothetically, whatever steps might be in place.
Wait, no, I'm not making that up. If
So
you
you're
wanted to
saying
get government benefits for being a woman or whatever that means, you would need to have your gender changed legally. I'm not making that up. That's true.
What do you mean? What do you mean by gender change legally? Define those terms.
Well,
Do you mean my sex organs removed?
no, like,
Or do you mean a
what
piece
you
of paper
realize
that
you can
states
get
I'm
you realize you can go to a court and you can get your gender changed, right? There are trans women who legally have their gender is F on all of their medical and everything documents. That's a process that exists. It's existed for decades.
In this crazy world, boss, I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't think that doesn't exist. What I'm saying to you though is, are you saying I could take a piece of paper I just acquired? Let's say I went to like a legal name change. I paid a fee, I got my name changed, and I have a document showing now I have a new name and I can get a driver's license. You're saying there's a similar process if I want to have my birth certificate and different documents changed to female.
Yes.
Nobody has to verify surgery or hormone changes or anything like that. It's simply me filing a request with a fee attached to it, correct?
I think there's a doctoral requirement for getting your gender changed. I think you need affirmation from a medical professional, and there's a given length of time that has to go on for them to affirm it. Usually the process of getting your gender legally changed actually involves a lot of legwork on the back end. You need to go to a medical professional, and the actual medical transition process can take some time. But I think it varies from state to state and country to country, too. It's actually pretty complicated.
Okay, well, let's say I went through that process you're describing, whatever that is here in America, and I do have that paperwork. And now you're saying I should be afforded the right to a grant designed for a woman.
Sure, if you're eligible for that grant as a woman, yeah, go for it.
Do you not see the insanity of your position?
So in order for you to prove its insanity, you would have to find literally any examples of people doing this disingenuously just to get government grants. That just doesn't happen. Turns out people aren't usually willing to spend years of their life.
Disingenuously. No, hold on. Do you not agree that a woman that a grant that is designed for a woman, do you not believe if that grant exists that it exists for a very specific reason? And if so, what would you say is the primary reason that grant exists in the first place, Bosch?
Probably to help out women, which trans women are. So
help out women, right? And women who live the life of a woman, who have the lived experience of an actual woman.
No.
Okay.
You don't have to have the lived experience of a woman.
Hold on. What is the point of it, Voss? The point of it is to help women achieve something, not to help a guy achieve something. Okay?
Well, then it's a good thing that no guys are getting grants for women, right? There are plenty of cisgender women who have atypical experiences in their lives when it comes to, like, how they get treated by society. Not every cis woman is, like, subjected to a bunch of sexism growing up. Sometimes they do get lucky and have good households or whatever, but they still are eligible for those grants. And if a trans woman doesn't have the growing up experiences of a cis woman, but is nonetheless a woman, by definition, categorically, they would still benefit from those grants.
There's nothing about them that.
See, this is just basic grammar. It's like, you can't be a trans woman and a woman. You're either a trans woman or a woman. Those words describe two different types of people. A woman is a word that we use to describe a biological female that dresses a certain way, behaves in a certain way, and has certain mannerisms and behaviours, yeah? And has different roles in society. A trans woman is a word that we use to describe a biological male who is suffering from gender dysphoria, i.e. that they don't believe that the roles and behaviours and mannerisms and the way that they appear to the world, go along with their fucking, go along with their fucking sex. The problem is that Yeah, your gender roles are not arbitrary. Yeah, how you behave in society is determined by all manner of factors. You know, if you're a religious person, it's determined by God. Yeah, yeah, God determines how you will behave based on your sex. You know, if you don't believe in God, it still applies. Like if you don't believe in God, but you want a successful nation, yeah, you want a nation that's going to be able to deal with every kind of bad shit that can happen to a nation or a people, then people are going to have to behave differently based on their fucking fucking hate world, are you? Oh, cool. Thank you, Amazon. I fucking hate Amazon. So yeah, what was I saying? It's not arbitrary. You don't get to choose your gender. You don't get to choose your fucking roles in society. You are limited by fucking the physical, material fucking world and the economy and the how your nation is doing. If you have a liberal democracy and a liberal fucking, then yeah, all fucking bets are off. That's a different question. It's an ought question, isn't it? Amazon gave me a reward then. I fucking hate you, Amazon. You're gonna keep me there, aren't you? I fucking hate capitalist, I do. Give me £5.
Has the lived experience of a woman, because a man can't live the experience of a woman because he's not a woman by definition, Vosh.
We're not talking about the lived experience, though. And there are trans women who do. I've just spent years and years and years.
Are you eating like pizza right now? You sound like you're eating pizza while you're talking to me. Right
my bad. We don't have the microphone muted on Skype. That's my bad. Here, I'll put the mic away. Okay, we're good.
Could you just not stuff your face for 5 seconds?
You want to go gut to gut, buddy? You want to see what my chicken tendies have against your what do you have? Your new Vegas martinis?
I don't drink, buddy. Not for a long time, anyway.
Not for a long. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I hope you burned off whatever you did back when you did, because we're gonna go gut to gut, buddy. Okay, we're gonna find out whether that insult of yours was warranted. They're chicken tendies, by the way, air fried, about as lean and healthy as you can get.
Oh my god!
Also very tasty.
So we have established that I can wake up tomorrow and decide I want to be an Asian female, 100 pounds lighter, and you think that's a very valid point, or you said no because certain aspects of that are not something I can identify as.
The latter, as we addressed, there's a difference between identifying as a different gender and identifying as a different weight.
We didn't address it, Vosh. You mentioned it in passing. We didn't talk about it.
No, I said it. I mean, I was right. You can ask me why I'm right. I'm happy to explain it to you.
Well, no, you're not right. You're wrong. You're wrong because
interesting. The government agrees with me, though, so I don't know about that one.
Everything that we see, everything, like a 250-pound man and a 150-pound man, those are just weights that we've assigned. It's a social construct, Vosh. So you don't tell me I'm 250 pounds, pal, because pounds are just something you created along with society.
I already explained this. There's a difference between a social construct and something which is a matter of identity. You can't empirically measure gender. The way gender is described doesn't conform to an inherent collection of biological traits. Now, you can concretely
your measurements are a social. Hold on. Your measurements are a social construct. So don't use words like you can give a specific measurement on this, because
I'm going to have to go now because it's getting late, but hopefully you've enjoyed the stream. See you later, people.